professional boxing card to be held here will be on December the 17th, when Joey Maxim and Archie Moore will meet for the World Light Heavyweight Championship. Watch for your local newspapers for the date. That tickets will go on sale. Mail orders reservations are now being accepted. This is the main event of the evening. 10 rounds in the featherweight class from Hartford, Connecticut. His weight is 129 pounds, wearing white trunks with black stripes. The former featherweight champion of the world, Willie Pep. Willie Pep. And his opponent from Compton, California, his weight 129, wearing black trunks with white stripes, Fabela, Chavez. The ring officials are assigned by the Missouri State Athletic Commission. The judges are Fred Connell and Howard Hess. The timekeepers, Lou Dietrich and Freddie Gilmaster. And the referee is Ray Palmer.
Here are your referee's instructions, ladies and gentlemen.
Bill Gore, Bill, you're the chief second in Pep's corner, and George Pernesius, chief second in Fabela Chavez's corner. I'll hold you fellows responsible for anything that happens in the corner. Boys, shake hands. We had instructions in the dressing room. I think you boys are both top-notchers. You don't need a lot of instructions. There's one thing I will insist on, is that when I say break, I want both of you to step back and give me a clean break. I'll shake hands and come out fighting, boys.
Well, you have a big advantage in experience for Willie Pep, 30 years old, 175 fights, of which he's won 169. Chavez has been in there 60 times, and he has won 41 while losing 15. And they've both been very busy. In fact, Pep has won 10 out of his last 11, being defeated only by Tommy Collins up in Boston. That's Willie Pep in the white trunks. Fabela Chavez in the black. It was in this arena that Pep scored one of his most impressive wins, a knockout over Charlie Riley, when Riley was really on the rise. Sure, you remember that great thriller that we brought you for Pabst Blue Ribbon from Washington, D.C., when Gene Smith and Fabela Chavez tangled in a real honey. Up until this time, Chavez has been using his right hand for defensive purposes alone, scoring nicely with his left. It's the first round of a scheduled 10-rounder. Willie Pep currently is the third-ranking featherweight in the country. There's a minute to go in the first round. Pep's footwork is still amazing. Pep, who knows about every trick in the book, attempting to spin Chavez. Very good combination landed by Willie Pep. Starting to boom that right hand as the bell ends round one, and that's Willie Pep going to his corner. 30 years of age, from Hartford, Connecticut. He was really born in Middletown, Connecticut. He ran through his first 63 pro bouts without suffering a loss, and he lost first to Sammy Angot. Then 78 fights later, he was stopped by Sandy Sadler. He won the featherweight crown on November 20th, 1942. Pep stands 5'5.5". Over the other corner, Fabela Chavez of Hollywood, California, turned pro on September the 20th, 1945 in Las Vegas, when he knocked out Burt White in 3 rounds. And he has decisioned Art Aragon for one of his wins, and also he has a decision over Toti Martinez, Alfredo Escobar, and Laro Salas. So you know that Chavez has been around and knows his way inside the ropes, too. All right, let's go for round 2. In the black trunks, it's Fabela Chavez. In the white trunks, Willie Pep. Pep has scored 53 KOs and 175 goes. And Chavez 12 out of 60. Both boys depending more on boxing skill than the knockout punch. That left hand of Willie's is a thing of beauty. This is round 2. Willie Pep in the white trunks, Fabela Chavez in the black. Two of the most skillful little men around today. The entire city of St. Louis and the entire nation, of course, excited about our next trip to St. Louis on December the 17th, when we'll have the light heavyweight championship, Archie Moore and Joey Maxim. That ends round 2, and now what'll you have? That's Fabela Chavez in his corner. His left eye is bruised a trifle in the eyelid. Nothing serious at all. He's run into quite a few of those left jabs of former featherweight king Willie Pep. And this is round 3 of the scheduled 10-rounder. That is a combination slip and push. There's no count at all. It is not a knockdown. That was Chavez who had his knees on the canvas. Referee has his hands full. These kids move around very rapidly, and he's telling them to break clean all the time. Once in a while, they like to throw one, even though he tells them not to be punching on the break. This is the third round. That's Willie Pep of Hartford, Connecticut in the white trunks, and Fabela Chavez fighting out of Hollywood, California. Chavez in the black. Neither man bent down from a blow. Chavez slipped to the canvas here in round 3. That's another slip. Pep stepped right back immediately, and the fans applaud the good sportsmanship. About 10 seconds to go here in the third round. Say, remember, when they send you your Christmas seals this month, buy them and use them, won't you? They help fight tuberculosis. This is the fourth round. That's Willie Pep in the white trunks against Fabela Chavez in the black. Slight warning for Chavez to bring up that punch, the left hand that landed low. Yes, sir, folks out here in St. Louis are really excited about the fact that Archie Moore of St. Louis is going to get a chance to battle for the light heavyweight crown against Joey Maxim. That's December the 17th. Boxing Commissioner Charlie Payan, J.G. Taylor Spink of the Sporting News, many others talking about the scrap and predicting that it ought to do very well. Both these fellas very clean, showing a lot of good sportsmanship. those left hands were something in the nature of slaps, but they all landed very cleanly. With Pep throwing and Chavez catching. Round 4 at St. Louis. The buzzer for round 5 here in St. Louis, Missouri. Willie Pep. You're looking at Willie's corner now. Ready to come out against Fabela Chavez. Chavez in the black trunks. These fellows, featherweights, and built quite a bit alike. Reach doesn't favor either man too much. You notice Willie, even though he does uses a lot of fancy footwork and quite a bit of dancing around, doesn't do any useless punching. He wants to really see a target before he throws one. This is the 5th round. Round 5 has a minute to go. Round 5 is over, and there's Willie Pep going back to his corner. He's had 175 pro bouts, and in 1952, he's had a total of 10, winning 9 and losing 1. And he has won on 2 KOs this year. His entire record shows that he's been knocked out only 4 times in 175 bouts. That's Willie Pep. Incidentally, friends, I'd like to remind you that besides the Maxim Moore Light Heavyweight Championship to be held here at the St. Louis Arena on December the 17th, another great sporting event for the folks out here, the annual Midwest Sports Vacation and Boat Show, will be held in St. Louis at the arena January the 27th through February the 1st. All the nation's leading manufacturers of fishing, hunting, marine equipment, sporting goods, and athletic equipment will be among the many exhibitors here. Let's go for round 6. Willie Pep getting ready to come out. As you look at Chavez, you might wonder if he's wearing a mouthpiece tonight. He is, but it's much smaller than the one that is being worn by Willie Pep. Pep in the white trunks, Chavez in the black. Round 6. Referee Ray Palmer moving around beautifully with these couple of little fellas. The crowd here at St. Louis, quite large, nevertheless very quiet, as this footwork that the two boys are putting on apparently is creating quite a bit of interest. You hear quite a few side comments, but not into the hysterical fight mob cheering that usually goes when you see two boys slugging it out. However, these two boys are both boxing beautifully, with Willie Pep, of course, showing plenty of his old-time championship class.
Come on, Willie.
20 seconds to go in the 6th round. Chavez appeared to be in a bit of trouble there. That was the cleanest shots of the night that Pep was landing. And Pep apparently wants it stopped. Did you notice Pep appealing to the referee as to whether he should continue to throw the leather? And as the bell sounds, how about a round of the beer that's bringing you tonight's fight? Referee Ray Palmer had just gone over there to check on the condition of Chavez, and Fabela says that he's all right, wants to continue. Pep apparently thought he was out on his feet and looked to Ray Palmer with an appealing look as though to say, let's stop this thing, as Pep was starting to call his shots, particularly with his right hand, in the final 30 seconds of round 6. Again, Pep looked at the referee. Chavez appears to have very little defense for that right hand of Pep's. Notice it going in there. Yet Fabela's got a lot of the old moxie left. Chavez, after being on the verge of a knockout, fighting back gamely. And now referee Ray Palmer has looked at his eye. This is the 7th round. That's Chavez in the black trunks, Willie Pep in the white. And after most of round 6 had gone, Pep started to find the range and pull the leather onto Chavez at will. Fabela, however, seems to be making a comeback. There's a scrape opened up in the corner of the left eye of Chavez. Does not appear to be very deep. Neither man down at all, although Chavez slipped to the canvas twice. There's a minute left in round 7. Again, referee Palmer is checking the left eye of Chavez. Only 20 seconds left now. And the round is over, and that is Chavez going back to his corner. And they're going to go to work on that left eye, but it doesn't appear to be in such bad condition. We mentioned the fact that he had been in there with Laro Salas. He beat Salas in '51 for the California featherweight title, and 2 months later, Salas stopped him in 12 rounds to regain the California title. In 1950, Chavez's best year, he lost only to George Araujo in 11 bouts, knocking out Tommy Collins, and he had a draw with Bobby Bell. He later was knocked out by Tom Collins. This year, he's had a total of 11 fights, staying very busy, fighting on an average of once a month. And as you've seen tonight, this 24-year-old boy can take plenty of punishment. Willie Pep was appealing to the referee. In round 6, apparently he thought that he had Chavez in worse condition than he actually had him. And then Fabela came back to put on a very good round 7, although stopping a lot of leather. And this is round 8. Yes, sir, there's something mighty fine about that word championship. You go for miles around to see one of those. And remember, Maxim and Archie Moore here in St. Louis on December the 17th for the light heavyweight championship. Maxim the defender. That's Chavez in the black trunks, rallying slightly, pushing Pep along the ropes. The 8th round at St. Louis, about halfway over. Pep is showing less action in the 8th round than he has shown in any of the previous 7. He might be saving himself or could be tiring a bit. Chavez has done more landing in this round. That very short right hand landed flush on the button. And Chavez felt it plenty. Let's go for round 9 at St. Louis. Fabela Chavez feeling that he must score a knockout now to win in the black trunks. Willie Pep in the white. Pep, after taking it easy in round 8, here's ready to go again in round 9. Pep scoring with his right hand. The left eye of Chavez has grown no worse at all. This is the 9th round. It is Pep in the white trunks, Fabela Chavez from Hollywood in the black. You notice most of Chavez's blows now are just slaps without too much direction, while Pep is still sharpshooting. Once again, he talks to the referee. And round 9 is over, and there's the former featherweight king, Willie Pep, back to his corner. And you can see that Willie has not absorbed too much punishment tonight, as he's still very fresh. His big concern before the scrap, and we were talking to him in the dressing room, was that we say a cheer-up word for a little hospitalized friend of his in Chicago by the name of Frankie, as Willie spent some time with him, and that was his main concern. His footwork tonight has been just about as good as you've seen Pep in a long time, and he's trying to battle his way back to the featherweight crown. Meanwhile, over on the other side of the ring, in the corner of Fabela Chavez, they're doing quite a bit of patchwork around his left eye. They're calling the commission doctor to take a look at it as they're getting ready to come out for round 10. The commission physician is being called in, and we would not know for sure what he's going to say. He saw Chavez started out, but the doctor wants to look at the eye first. He says it's okay. Let's continue the contest. And here we go for round 10. Pep had to go back to his corner for his mouthpiece, as apparently he thought it had been stopped. This is the 10th and final round. 2 minutes left to go in round 10. Now referee Ray Palmer told Willie Pep to turn on the steam a bit. That was just a slip. Fans booing Pep. Apparently they thought he pushed him down. He might have. The 10th and final round at St. Louis. As Pep, since round 5, has been bewildering Fabela Chavez with tremendous footwork, good combination punching, and he's landed that right hand almost at will. And it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. That's Willie Pep being congratulated by Fabela Chavez, the game little kid from the West Coast, and the former featherweight champion. We'll have the decision in just a moment after I remind you that over many of these stations, Mel Allen is going to have some real All-Americans as his guest tonight. Fudge Heffelfinger, one of the football immortals from the 90s, and Charles Clark, who was a Harvard All-American back around 1900. That should be very interesting for you.
Judge Fred Connell and Judge Howard Hess scored 58 for Pep, 42 for Chavez. The referee, Ray Palmer, scores at 58 for Pep, 42 for Chavez. The winner by unanimous decision, Willie Pep.
So the winner by a unanimous decision, he's now won 11 out of his last 12, is Willie Pep.